didn't have TVs, or I guess they might have had radios. But a lot of the entertainment in the evening was where people would gather in each other's homes and play cards, or I think it was always cards that she mentioned. And I remember from my childhood, my family playing a lot of canasta or poker, particularly when relatives gathered around on holidays.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Anybody else want to comment on either reading the book or your visits to any of these places?
Yes, I would like to comment. I went to Israel on a Christian pilgrimage, and I wanted to go to the Baha'i Gardens, but they made unusual excuses of why we couldn't go because we were on a Christian pilgrimage.
Oh,
I had been to the Baha'i Gardens in Illinois. It said in your slide it was Linden, Illinois, but actually I thought it was Evanston. It was very close to Northwestern University. Okay. And the gardens there are absolutely gorgeous. And they have a wonderful visitor center with a lot of videos about the Baha'i faith. So if anybody's in the Chicago area near North Evanston, it's a fun, beautiful place to go. And you can go inside.
It's actually in Wilmette on Linden Street, which is right next to it.
Okay.
I've been there many times.
I'm only going off of what he called it on the internet picture that I saw of it.
Yeah, well, Linden is the street.
Okay. When I traveled on some trips with Zia, who is our Baha'i from Dallas, he always went to the Baha'i place, any place we went. He always wanted to visit it. He was very active in Baha'i. And of course, he was Iranian Persian himself and had to leave Iran at that time because they were outlawed and they would have been arrested. So all of them moved. And that's why the two main places of the Baha'i faith are not in Iran where they started, but they're in Israel.
Yeah, I wanted to piggyback on what Mary just said about the people from Iran. When I was teaching English as a second language at the college, I had quite a few students from Iran who were here and told me that they could not practice, that they were Baha'i. Right. And not only could they not practice their faith, they couldn't attend university.
Yeah.
They were here because of that. And I learned
they said they were Persian.
And they were Persian. That's right. They said they were Persian, could not attend school, and that even some of the children were discriminated against because they were Baha'i faith. So I learned a great deal when I was teaching at the college about that.
Yeah, Zia said when he was a kid in school that they used to stand him up in front of the class and make fun of him.
Yeah, his family moved to Germany, and he spent about 5 years, I think, and he must have been in high school or maybe even college age when they moved, because he got his degree in Germany and then moved to the United States.
He told me a funny story, and I'm sure that you've heard it. He met his wife at a Baha'i conclave in New York.
At a conference in London.
Yes. Yeah. And it was love at first sight. And she was in Iran. Was she in Iran?
She was in London. This was at a conference in London.
London, okay. And so they were engaged, and she couldn't get a visa. Right. And she finally went right to the American embassy and went into the ambassador's office and said, I've been in love with this man for 9 months and I want a visa to go to New York City and get married. And that's what happened.
Yeah, he gave it to her.
And he gave her a visa. Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, he was quite a bit older than she was. I think he was maybe 35 or late 30s, and she was 20 maybe.
Yeah.
She was quite a bit younger.
By the way, on YouTube, there's a narrative that Zia does when he's telling his children about his life.
Oh,
really?
All right.
Oh, need to look for it.
Yeah, let us
How do
know
we
what
get
that
to
is.
it?
Send us the link.
I think I've got a link to it. It's been a long time since I pulled it up, so I'm not sure.
See if you can
Great,
find
Art.
Yeah,
I'd
so
like to
Art, if
see
you can
that.
send that either to Mary or to Felicity, they'll send it out to the club.
Yeah.
Now, I put on the chat for people that don't know, Zia was one of the founders of Friendship Force Dallas, And he was instrumental in getting a Baha'i center set up here in Dallas. And we all went out there when that
Very
center
active.
was opening and just to see it and to learn about the religion.
And actually, he died at the Baha'i Center.
I was going to say, when, yeah.
He just led a
That's
trip to
right.
China a couple of weeks ago, and he got
Service.
back, and he was at an event there and collapsed, had a heart attack, and died. at
And
the
that's
Baha'i
where
Center.
his service was too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in the middle of the service. Wasn't it in Plano or?
Yeah.
It's in Plano.
Yeah.
But where he went, he wanted his black tea.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I know. I remember when he took us to Turkey and the guide could never, we would all be on the bus and he'd say, "Where's Zia?" And I'd say,
He'd be off
"He's
wandering around.
drinking his tea."
Yes, yes. Yes, he did wander off.
And he was the leader.
Found the link to the YouTube video. It's a story call video, an NPR story call
Oh,
video.
Oh,
So
okay.
I will send it. I can send it out to the club.
Very good. Yeah, yeah, do that.
Like me to, but I
Mhm.
just
Yeah,
found
that'd be great.
I wasn't aware there was such a thing.
Oh, yeah, they played that at the funeral, the story chord between Zia and his daughter. And
Oh,
it
right, yeah.
were October 2007, I think, the story chord. And I have been looking for that. And his daughter, I at the funeral, I said, "I want the link to that." And she says, "Okay, well, what you need to do is put a comment in the jar and tell me who you are and I'll send it to you." Well, she never did. And I couldn't find it in the story chord. So I am very
Okay.
interested in that. That was a beautiful exchange.
Okay, Jackie. Well, I will go ahead. I'll send it out. You're still on the list, aren't you, to get email?
Oh, yeah, I'll pay my dues for Dallas and still
So
stay.
I will make sure that you're included in the email when I send it out.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Can it go on the website as well, Mary?
It could, sure.
Yeah, I would like to, that would be great to have it on the website. And all you Knoxville people know that you're going to get information from us ad nauseum.
I told you I was going to show you my bottle,
Right,
the
Janice.
sand bottle. This is
Oh,
my
yeah.
sand bottle.
Oh,
Oh, can we make it big? Can we have
Where
you?
This
Yeah,
is as
where is
big as it'll go, I think.
Oh,
oh, that is so
So
pretty.
Mohammed made one for the Queen of England, so I've got one like the Queen of England.
Those were in Israel as well.
Were they? I hadn't seen them there, but I did see them in Petra, and I also got
So do they have sand inside of them, Mary?
yes, yes, they're all it's all sand.
Wow.
The whole
and
thing.
it has camels? Are those camels in
Yeah.
it?
They
Yes.
do the designs inside the
Right.
bottle.
The designs are made of
Sand in it to
sand.
make this design.
Yeah.
How
the
did you
designs are
bring
made of
it back? Mary, how did you bring it back without shaking it at all?
Very
You
careful.
can't shake it. It's got a cork in it. It doesn't move. It's completely
It
full.
doesn't move.
No, it's completely full. Oh,
Huh.
is it?
Oh, there it is. Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Lovely.
Very
It's getting a-
beautiful.
It's getting a,
Oh, thank you. It's gorgeous.
yeah, it's just layers of sand that they've dripped in there to make that design. It's just, that thing is just amazing.
Where are we on here? Shema?
Okay.
Share screen. That's not what I
Well,
want.
Mary, thank you again very much. Applause for Mary.
Great, Mary.
Don't forget the board meeting Monday, board members. And thank you, Evanston, for Knoxville for coming in. And we will see you in a week at third Thursday.
Here's a picture of their son, one of their sons.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
We got to meet him in Petra.
That's
Good
right.
looking
Oh.
guy.
They were all good looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all good
Show it
looking.
again
guys.
for, Isabella, show it again.
Wait a minute. That's, I can't see what I'm doing.
Yeah, right there. You got it.
Is that from inside the book?
No, that was when I was in
That's what's up.
Petra at the shop. He was selling books and all kinds of trinkets.
And
So
so
I had to
that's
buy
the,
some.
and
But-
that's the author's son.
I bought some earrings from him and it,
That's,
So
awesome.
are
Is
her
that the
children
author's
all
son?
still alive?
Well, I
Are
know
they at
this one
college
is.
here?
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah,
I
they
know this
were in
one was.
Australia and New
Yeah.
Zealand, and all professionals.
Yeah.
There are 3 children, a daughter and 2 sons.
Mhm.
And I had just looked it up on the internet, and yes, they all are alive. And right now, they and their mother are living in Jordan.
In Jordan.
Right.
Are all three
A
back then?
couple of the children went to New Zealand for part of their education, like secondary education. But I think all 3 of the children went to college.
Yeah.
In different parts of the world, but maybe you know, Mary. I know the daughter went to college, I believe, in Jordan.
One went to school in Australia, I think, for a degree. But
Yes.
I'm not sure about the others.
And occasionally they work the store there in Petra.
Yeah.
And she does too.
We visited a Bedouin home on our Israel tour also, which was very interesting. They had a lot of the crafts and, the beautiful dresses that they wear and the tea and all that. It was really interesting.
Thanks, everyone. Good to see you. Miss you all.
Well, we miss you too, Jackie.
Yeah, thank you, Mary.
Mary,
You're
excellent.
quite welcome.
Oh, Edward.
Thank you from Knoxville.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So glad you could join us.
So is somebody
Thank you.
getting my attention? This is
Yeah,
Edward.
I was going to ask you.
Come
If,
in.
I was with you when you bought that T-shirt you're wearing.
What do you have on? Let me see it.
What do you have on, Edward?
Where'd he go?
Edward, we want
I'm
to see
right
your
there.
T-shirt.
I'm right there.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, yeah,
Jasper,
you
sure.
were. You were with us.
Yeah, I think I was with him when he bought that T-shirt. One of his 1,800 T-shirts or whatever.
So Knoxvillians, right? Knoxvillians. So you too, somebody in your club, if you're sharp enough, or if you got the skills to learn, you too can do these kinds of deals. And then what I do afterwards, so I've been recording this, and then what I do is I run a couple of steps and pop it up to YouTube. And so we have a YouTube site. Let me show you real quick. That then you can then tell people about, hey, here's our videos. You can see the type of stuff that we do in our club as well. Let me see if I
There are
can.
a couple up there already.
Yeah, Isabella, I missed Jerry's the
you can look at
meeting of y'all's, and so I just looked at the recording a couple of days later. It was great.
All right.
Yeah, you can look at anything we missed.
You had some rough roads over there, didn't you?
It's just a few.
Just a couple.
Yeah.
Okay. It's been
Let me see.
fun.
Let me see if I
See
can
ya.
find it.
Oh,
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Mary.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah, there we go.
there we go.
So what we've got is the club has a Google account, which gives us a YouTube account. And so we've put up videos, and they, here's one that's 37 minutes, some that are a couple hours. And you can chop them up into smaller meetings. We did a meeting, our very first one was back in June, and we had some, so they were chopped up into smaller little segments. And then what you can do is you can then share a link to these videos, and you can put it on your website. You can send them out to people however you want to do it. And then people can just go in there and click. And so this was a meeting that we had back in July, maybe, where Jeremy Snook, we contacted him, and he met us for a meeting and talked to us about Friendship Force, about what their current status was and what some of the plans were for Friendship Force. And so we had a meeting, and they actually recorded it. I got a hold of the recording and popped it onto our website.
Okay,
So
that's nice.
it's doable.
And it's because you have a Google Club account, you can get a YouTube account too. There it is.
Right.
Yes.
So what we've got is friendshipforcedallas@gmail.com, which gives us a Google account. So then that gives us a YouTube account.
Yeah.
And then you can just upload stuff into that YouTube account. You can give it titles and tags and all kinds of stuff like that. So if anybody up there wants to do it, tell them to get in contact with me. I've got some information all set up for how to do that.
You got the info. Okay.
I got the cheat sheet.
We kind of realize
Edward,
this may be the way we got to do things for a little while longer at least. So we don't know.
Like it.
Yeah.
so
Well,
Edward,
all
are
our
you in?
meetings are on our website under the meetings tab. And the ones that have them, as you go down, we started recording, I guess, in June or July, whatever. So from there on, each one's recorded. So if you go to our meetings, you can pick them up there as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Luann.
So Edward, do you
This one will be-
put
this will be on-
YouTube into the address? What else?
Millions. Yeah.
Wait,
Or do you
hold
do
on
a
a second. I can
search?
barely hear you, Luann. Try it again. Everybody else quiet for a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, so I take it you can just get on your computer, pull up YouTube, and then what do you do from there?
You can do two things. Okay, so if I go to YouTube, let me show you what I'm going to do. All right, so I'm going to go just to plain YouTube, youtube.com. All right.
Okay.
So there's all of YouTube available to me. Oh, fencing problems. All right. Just, hey, look, Joe Friday, Jack Webb. Okay. So you can do Friendship Force Dallas.
Oh, good.
Do a search. And that will then bring you up a bunch of videos. There's Isabella talking. Friendship Force to New Zealand. Those are some videos that I put up on my account, not in the Friendship Force account. But now you can click each one of these things. Okay, so like this one right here, and you see this right here, FFDallas, Texas. If you click that, that'll take you to the account. And then here's all our videos. All right. We got like 9 videos up. We'll have 10. And then one of the things that you can do in YouTube is you can create what they call playlists, which are basically collections of videos. And so I've got liked videos, FFD meetings, making friends, full meetings. So I can set them up separately as well. But you just type in Friendship Force Dallas at YouTube and you can get to our channel. And then you can see all of our videos from there. Or like Mary said, if you go to our Friendship Force Dallas website, let me see if, can you all see the Friendship Force Dallas website page?
Yes.
Okay. And so Mary says that on the meetings tab, that let's see, probably starting in June. There we go. There's a link to the YouTube video for that meeting. There's some links, some more videos right there, the tiny URLs so that the thing looks kind of easily understood. September meeting, there's the arts presentation, Southwest England. So if you go to our website, friendshipforcedallas.org, you can get access to those YouTubes as well. So you can do it either way. And this is just a link to a web page. And if I go over there, that takes me directly to that 37-minute video that Art Cooper right. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much, everybody. And I need to wave over here. I can never find where my wave.
Exactly. I always do that one.
I'm always way over here. Yeah.
Right.
Thank you so much for inviting us. And I enjoyed the program, Mary. It's great. I can't wait to tell everybody else who couldn't come tonight about the video. So that'd be great.
We'll send out an email in a few days after I get all this stuff figured out, uploaded, and it'll have the link to the video, and then you can pass that around to your folks.
Perfect. Thank you so much, everybody, for all your help.
Yeah, thanks, Janice. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you in person, sort of.
Yep.